Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Okay, so today we're unlocking a really simple, but honestly absolutely game-changing secret from our source material that's going to instantly help you sound way more like a native speaker. You know, it's so easy to just fall back on basic linguistic habits to get by, right? But today, we're going way beyond the basics. We're talking about elevating our vocabulary, and I promise you, this one shift is going to completely transform how you communicate.
So I want you to take a second and be completely honest with yourself here. Do you catch yourself using the word very in almost every single sentence? Think about it. I'm very good. That was very hard. Oh, I'm very busy. We all do it. It's incredibly common. But as our source text points out, relying on this one tiny word is actually a massive roadblock if you want to sound naturally fluent. It's basically a safety net, right? It catches us when we can't quite think of that exact descriptive word, but it ends up trapping us in this loop of really repetitive speech.
And the source material actually gives us a pretty blunt directive on this. It says, stop using very in every sentence. Literally, just cut it out. If your goal is to sound more like a native speaker, you kind of have to treat this not just as a polite suggestion, but as a firm rule. Because fluency isn't just about memorizing thousands of complex grammar rules. It's really about precision. It's about having the awareness to grab the exact right tool for the job, instead of just using a generic hammer for literally everything you build.
Let's look at the core problem here. An intensifier, which is exactly what the word very is simply a word used to add force to another adjective. And hey, on paper, that sounds perfectly fine. You want to tell someone you're more than just cold, so you say you're very cold. Makes sense. But in practice, it gets massively overused. And the thing is, when you use an intensifier constantly, it completely loses its intensity. It just becomes dull, super predictable, and it dilutes the power of what you're saying, mostly because you're leaning on a generic booster word instead of doing the mental work to find the right descriptor.
Okay, let's dive into this and look at how we actually fix it. The goal is to elevate our vocabulary by swapping out very for precise, sophisticated adjectives. I kind of like to think of the word very as conversational training wheels, or maybe like a linguistic crutch. By actively tossing that crutch aside, we're forcing our brains to reach for the precise word, the actual glowing diamond in our vocabulary. And that exact precision, that is the ultimate hallmark of a fluent speaker. It really shows the deep mastery of the language.
Let's look at a really practical example. Think about the phrase, very happy. It gets the point across, sure, but it's flat. It's kind of like a basic, polite, closed-mouth smile. Now trade that in for the word thrilled. Do you feel that energy shift? Saying you are thrilled communicates this powerful, radiating emotion. It's like a blazing sun compared to a desk lamp. It's a precise word that instantly elevates the whole sentence, and it paints a way brighter, much more engaging picture for whoever is listening to you.
Let's consider another pairing. You could tell someone you are very tired. It's functional, but, kind of basic. But what if you swap that for exhausted? You completely transform the communication. And this brilliantly illustrates how you aren't just tacking on a lazy booster word anymore. You're actually accessing a completely different level of nuance. The word exhausted carries this massive physical weight. It sounds like you're carrying a heavy anvil. You don't even need an intensifier because that specific adjective is already doing all the heavy lifting for you.
Let's move to and see how this builds into an actionable habit you can use every day. It really just takes a simple two-step process. Step 1. Catch yourself. And honestly, this is truly the hardest part. You have to build this tiny, momentary pause into your brain. When you feel the word very creeping up to your lips, freeze.
Then, step 2. Trade it. Quickly search your mental library and deliberately pick a precise, sophisticated adjective instead. Doing this in real time, right in the middle of a sentence, is exactly how you break that old habit for good.
So what exactly happens when you do this consistently? Well, the crucial point is that you unlock this highly expressive, nuanced communication that just hits the bullseye every single time. And as our source text reassures us, you totally maintain an approachable tone. I know sometimes people worry that using quote-unquote sophisticated words will make them sound a bit robotic or maybe overly formal, but words like thrilled and exhausted, they aren't obscure academic terms. They're just precise. So dropping very actually keeps your tone super clear while making you sound incredibly naturally fluent.
And that brings us to our final thought for this explainer. And I've got a challenge for you. Which very are you going to eliminate from your vocabulary today? Seriously, try picking just one right now. Maybe you use very good a lot. Actually, scratch that. Let's trade it for excellent. Or maybe it's very big. Swap it for massive. Take this framework and apply it in your very next conversation. By making this one small shift, you're actively choosing to step confidently right into natural fluency. Keep challenging those daily word choices, and we'll see you in our next explainer.